This is Pro Series Off Topic.
Welcome back to Off Topic. This is episode 42, and this episode will be about content creation. I know there has to be someone out there that is listening to this or knows someone or in the past has struggled with figuring out content ideas. It is so hard sometimes to stick to a schedule. And as you know, what I talk about a lot is consistency is everything, especially when it comes to social media. You'll have dull periods where you just don't have any content to post and you don't know what to post. And there's many different websites, but I'm going to highlight just a couple today to help you out. Go explore them, figure them out. I've used some of them. They're great tools just to spark an idea, just to get something going, because you need to keep up with that schedule, stay consistent. So let's get into it. There are several websites you could find inspiration from and ideas for social media content, and these are just a few of the popular ones. First coming out is BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo allows you to search for the most shared content across various social media platforms. So that is like allowing you to figure out what people in your niche are looking for, so you know what kind of content to create. You could enter in keywords and related to your niche or your industry to discover trending topics and different content ideas. So go check that out. Number 2 is Content Cow. Content Cow offers content planning and collaboration tools, but they also provide blog and tips and ideas for social media content creation. That is, again, helps you to plan it, has some tools for you. Go check out Content Cow. Number 3, Hootsuite. You probably heard a lot about Hootsuite. It's a popular social media management platform. Has a blog that regularly publishes articles with tips, case studies, and inspiration on social media content. I read these a lot just because social media is changing all the time, and it's great to hear from other content creators and other people that are head up on social media, so they know a lot of algorithm changes or different changes that Meta or TikTok or whatever platform you're listening to or you're using, what changes and what, so you could adapt to them. Sometimes what you're doing now is not going to work in 2 months because it's 100% it's not going to work in 2 months just because it's constantly changing. So check them out. Number 4, Sprout Social Insights. I see this a lot on TikTok as a ad. I've never really used them, but I know some people that have. And so it's a valuable resource for your social media marketers. They offer articles and strategy trends and creative ideas for social media content. Again, you don't want to go on a website that's just going to give you the content. This is just ideas to kind of, because sometimes you might be a creative person or you're not. Doesn't matter. But if you aren't, this kind of just gets the ball rolling. Just figures out what's out there that you need to work on or something that you need to put in motion to get this content out. So go check out Sprout Social Insights. They also have some great articles. Number 5, Buffer Blog, another well-known social media management platform with it also has a blog with covers of various topics related to social media marketing, including content ideas and best practices, seeing what other things are trending. That's just another blog. Number 6, Social Media Examiner. It is the leading online resource for social media marketing tips and advice. Their blog covers a wide range of topics, including the content creation ideas for various platforms, and it allows you to go a little bit more in depth on each platform because one piece of content might not be suitable for another social media platform. So it's not like always universal. So Social Media Examiner really dives more into that. Number 7, I talk about all the time. I use it pretty much every day of my life on all the social medias that I control is Canva. And they have a Canva design school because I know there's a lot of people. I always say Canva is super easy to use, but some people don't think so. And that's okay. Maybe once you just learn a little bit, you'll get there. It's very user friendly, and they have Canva's design school. While it's not exclusively focusing on social media and content ideas, it provides the tutorials and the articles to help you design and inspire you to create different content ideas. Sometimes it's you see it in your head, but you just don't know how to put it on paper, or in this case, put it on the computer. But these will allow you to figure out just different ways around Canva and how to create cool looking content. Again, I use it for pretty much everything on content ideas. And number 8 is something I don't use enough of, but I'm hoping to use a lot more this year, is Pinterest. I think it's a kind of a social media that kind of goes under the radar, but especially in the design world, it's pretty big. And it's not a traditional website like the other ones. And it's not a traditional website for social media content ideas, especially, but it's an excellent platform for discovering visually engaging content across all various niches. You can search content and relate it to your industry and save ideas for later reference. Again, you're not copying other people. It's just the start, the idea, and get you going. It's just starting at zero, and getting you started. That's mainly what it's used for. Don't copy people. Just use their content as inspiration for those. But all of those websites I'll have listed out in the on my social media. So if you don't follow me on Eric Dillman Designs, go check that out. It is Eric Dillman Designs on all social media except X. It is Eric Dillman DZN. Go check that out. These websites offer abundance of wealth of information and inspiration for creating engaging and effective social media content. Whether you're looking for trending topics, creative campaign ideas, or tips on visual design, these resources can help spark your creativity and improve your social media presence. So go check them out today. But that's the main point. Let's go into new country music. I love how there's so much new music coming out nowadays, and there's one song that came out last June that I know it's not a new music this week, but I want to talk about it because I'm hearing it on SiriusXM pretty much every day now, and it is by an artist called Red Fern. Hopefully I'm saying that right. He's a country artist, and he has a song called Jack and Diet Coke. It is the chorus, it will get stuck in your head. Great song, and it is getting bigger and bigger, so go check that out. He actually just released, right last summer, he released a remix with Juicy J, which is pretty cool. So go check that out. Gabby Barrett, as you know, she is a Pittsburgh native. She just came out with her second album, Chapter and Verse. I listened to it from start to finish. It is a great album. It leaned a little bit more towards the religious part of religious, what I want to say. I mean, if you follow Gabby or her husband Cade, they are very religious, so she was kind of going back to her roots here, and she does have a hymn on the album, or a verse on the album, but she also has a song that was written by Luke Combs called Dance Like No One's Watching. Definitely go check that out, and go check out the story on how that all came about and how he gave it to her and her talking about it. It is overall, I think her debut album's better, but this is only the second day I've been listening to it, so we'll see what time will tell. But her main single, her lead single, Glory Days, is a great song, and it's at number 21 right now in the Media Base chart. Hopefully it will go up to number 1. She hasn't had a number 1 in a couple years, so hopefully that gets up there. Another song, Luke Grimes from Yellowstone. He is, obviously, we've talked about him a couple times on this, and he is coming out with more and more country music, and he just came out with a song called God and a Girl. I think this is one of his best he has come out with. A couple of the songs seem like they were a little bit rushed, and they just wanted, Yellowstone being so popular and him being so popular, they kind of want to just push out music, but this is, in my opinion, the best. And a note to talk. I know this is off of new music, but this is new country music news this week. He is part of the UMG family with many artists like Carrie Underwood, Brad Paisley, Parker McCollum. There's so many on the UMG label. That's Universal Music Group. They pulled all of their music off of TikTok, which is nuts. I don't because a lot of songs nowadays pop off because of TikTok, because the dances, anything, all those trends kind of pop off of that. So it was kind of surprising. I think their statement was it just wasn't working out the way that they planned. I would love to hear more details about that and read more about that, but that was a very interesting thing that came out. I didn't expect that. But here, let's go into another new music. Alana Springsteen, you might know her. She is coming out with more and more music, but she's more of a newer artist. She came out with another Apple Music Nashville session. So if you don't know that, if you don't have Apple Music, I think Spotify has something similar. Well, they just take an artist into the Apple studio and they kind of do some acoustic versions of a couple of their songs and then a couple covers, and then they release it. They release the audio and they release the video. Two covers she came out with was first DJ Got Us Fallen in Love by Usher, kind of going off of the Super Bowl next week. It was a really cool version. She kind of made it into a country song. And then number 3 on that EP, she came out with Morgan Wallen cover Sand in My Boots, which is pretty cool. Go check that out. But the number 1 song I think this week that came out was Keith Urban's new song Straight Line. Great song, and he did release a statement that this is the first of an actual album coming out soon, so that is something to look forward to. Kenny Chesney came out with the new song Just to Say We Did. I like this better than his lead single that he has on radio right now. I don't know, Take Her Home. It just, I think it means well. I just don't, the melody and everything, it just not, I don't know. It's not my favorite right now. Chris Young came out with another, I think actually his album came out. Let me double check that. No, his album comes out March 22nd, but he came out with another song, Double Down. I think it's great. I think this album's going to be great. I've always been a Chris Young fan. His Young Love and Saturday Night is rising to number 1 really quickly. So I'm excited for that album. Another artist that came out this week that I'm a huge fan of is Warren Zider. He came out with a song called Heartbreaker. Definitely worth listening to. Blanco Brown, you might remember him from COVID with that dance song he had. He came out with a song called Heartache and Lemonade, and it's also, or the EP Heartache and Lemonade, and the main single is Sunshine Shine. It's a good song. Go check that out. Lacey K. Booth came out with another song, True Love. It's okay. I think her other lead single, I think it was Cigarettes, was better. And then another EP that came out with is High Valley. I believe they added 2 members to their group because it used to be just the 2 brothers. But they came out with an EP called Small Town Something, and I've been a fan of them for a long time. They have 6 songs out. They're all really, really good. One's best, in my opinion, Blood is, I think, their lead single, and it is probably the best on the whole EP, so go check that out. Let's get into Country Media Base Chart. Number 5 this week is Cody Johnson, The Painter. Number 3 this week is Riley Green. Oh, actually, backtrack. Yeah, number 3 this week is Riley Green with Different Around Here with Luke Combs. Number 3, Warren Zider, Pretty Little Poison. Number 2, Nate Smith, World on Fire. And the new number 1 this week is Chris Jansen, All I Need Is You. That's all I have this week. I have another Pro Series coming out this week, and I'm super, super excited and super honored to have sit down with this legend. If you're in Pittsburgh, or I'm not going to give too many details. I was going to just say it, who it was, but I'll announce it maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to actually be releasing it on the 6th, which is my birthday. Intentional why I'm releasing it on that day, but I'm super, super excited to interview this person. It was an awesome interview. I learned so much about his story, and he name drops a couple people, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not going to talk anymore because I'm definitely going to give it away. But just stay tuned. It is a mind blowing experience for me to be able to interview him, and I hope everybody enjoys it. But until then, stay tuned. It will be coming out Tuesday, and I hope you have good rest of your Sunday.